while we're on the subject of hitting the Wayback Machine, why didn't they hire Kliff Kingsbury? Why did that meeting out here in Los Angeles lead to Shane Waldron anyway? Why did that happen, Kevin?
Yeah, Rich, it's a good question, and I mean, the list doesn't even need to start and end with Kliff Kingsbury. They talked to Zach Robinson, and Atlanta. I mean, that's an offense that's looked pretty good this season too. I mean, there's so many things that everybody can relitigate about that search. The process, they blew it. Like, simple as that, they blew it. And I do think Kingsbury was, from what I've heard, was maybe more in play than maybe people thought at the time. But there was a key similarity in a lot of these people that he talked to. Matt Eberflus wanted somebody with the experience of being with the Sean McVays and the Kyle Shanahans. Like, that was a priority. That's my best kind of guess at why it was Waldron over Kingsbury. Now, obviously, there could be personality questions. There could be just little, micro things that happened in the interview that I'm not privy to. But just knowing what they were looking for and the type of offense they were looking for, they really gravitated to these guys who worked with McVay. And it's that old joke from a couple of years ago, like, all you had to do is have a cup of coffee with Sean McVay, and suddenly you could be a play caller one day. And Shane Waldron did a lot more than that. But there were other guys in that tree that they talked to, other guys who are running offenses who have done a lot better than what Waldron did in Chicago. But yeah, the Kingsbury thing, and you look at what's going on in Washington. I mean, Rich, these are two franchises, you know this so well, that have just been starving for a quarterback, have been starving for success. And for the Bears to see what's happening in Washington and the complete opposite is happening here makes that whole thing sting, and it allows them to be up for questions about why Kingsbury wasn't the guy.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy because they had the Commanders beat. They had them beat. That fourth quarter, Caleb was a real grown man quarterback getting pounded and hanging in there and making plays. And even with that head-scratching play by, on the goal line, instead of giving it to the red-hot DeAndre Swift, had already scored and flipped the game around. They caught a trick play in a way and handed it to a backup center. Balls fumbled. They still recovered from that and scored and took the lead. They would have been 5-2. And I'm sure that's part of what Eberflus is sitting around when he gets a moment to himself. Like, we had that one. We had that one. And now everybody's like, why not Kingsbury? And I'm one of those. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.